Here is the next segment of law of attraction, how that can also be manipulated in becoming a resourceful influencer. So it helps in resourceful influencing as well. So whatever leadership, growth, and influencing is all about your personality. So the personality which knows some skill already, that will be mm, mm, that will be strengthened by whatever you learn newly, right? So don't get distracted by the Almira behind me. So the question starts with, how detailed must my creative intentions be? So you want to be detailed enough in your thought of what you want, that you bring forth positive emotion about it, but not so detailed that the thought of what you want brings forth negative emotions. As you vaguely intend something, your thought will not be specific enough and therefore not powerful enough to bring forth the power of the universe. But on the other hand, you can become too specific before you have collected enough data to support your belief. In other words, as you become specific, but it challenges your beliefs about the subject, you may find yourself feeling negative emotion. And so, become specific enough in your intentions that you bring forth positive emotions, but not too specific that you bring forth the negative emotions. So, do you get why you becoming detailed brings negative emotions as well? For example, just now my mentor was saying about how much money you are going to earn during your lifetime. So, if you say 100 crores, how does it feel? It feels like something negative. Only 100 crores, because say after 40 years, 100 crores will be like 1 crore, right? Because of inflation and other things. So it has to be limitless. It has to be beyond imagination. So beyond imagination cannot be no specified into a specific number. So that is when negative emotion comes in. So you have to put one element of becoming, mm, giving you some kind of thrill when you think about your dream and whatever your aspiration is. Must I regularly repeat my segment intentions? Abraham, so it is not necessary that you intend it again and again and again. Although there is value in reiterating what is most important to you at any point in time. Once you have set forth your intent for safety and you begin feeling safe, now you are at the point of always attracting safety. At any time that you may feel unsafe, that is the time again to set forth your reinforcement of safety. Could this segment intending process hinder my spontaneous reaction? So the answer is, segment intending would hinder your ability to react by default, but it would strengthen your ability to react deliberately. Spontaneity is wonderful as long as you are spontaneously attracting what you want. It is not so wonderful when you are spontaneously attracting that which you do not want. We would not replace deliberate creating with spontaneous creation by default at any cost. The deliberate balance between belief and desire. So the two sides of in this balance creation are want it and allow it. You could also say want it and expect it. You could also say think about it and expect it. The best scenario is to desire something and to bring yourself into the belief or expectation of achieving it. That is creation at its best. If you have a slight desire for something and you believe you can achieve it, the balance is complete and it becomes yours. If you have a strong desire for something but you doubt your ability to achieve it, it cannot come. At least not right now. For you, must bring your thought of desire and your thought of belief into alignment. Maybe you have been stimulated to a thought of something that you do not desire. But because you have often heard reports of this thing happening to others, you believe in the possibility of it. So, your slight thought of this unwanted thing and your belief in its possibility make you a candidate for the achievement of that experience. The more you think of what you want, the more the law of attraction will bring the evidence of it to you until you will believe it. And when you understand the law of attraction, and it is easy to come to know it because it is always consistent, and you begin to deliberately direct your thoughts, your beliefs, in your ability to be, do, or have anything will come into place. When does segment intending lead to work? The more attention you give to an idea through thought, the more the law of attraction responds and the more powerful the thought becomes. By preparing, segment intending, and imagining in your creative workshop, you will then begin to feel inspiration to act. Action that comes from the feeling of inspiration is action that will produce good results. For you are allowing the laws of the universe to carry you. If you take action without deliberately preparing, preparing, though, often your action feels like hard work because you are attempting to make more happen in this moment than your action alone can accomplish. If you will think your creation into being and then follow through with inspired action, you will find your future ready and waiting for you to arrive. And then you can offer your action in order to enjoy the fruit of your true creative power instead of incorrectly trying to use your action to create. Which is the best choice of action? By imagining yourself taking the potential act and then noting how you feel while you are imagining that action. If you have two choices, envision yourself taking one choice and note how you feel about it. And then envision yourself taking the other choice and see how you feel about that. The way you feel about the potential action will not be clear to you. However, unless you have taken the time to first identify your intentions and put them in order of priority. And once you have done that, then making the decision of what is the most appropriate action will be very simple process. You will be using your emotional guidance system. How long should I wait for the manifestation? As you have set forth your intent to have something and you are looking expectantly for it, it is now its way to you, and you will begin to see many signs of it. You will see others who have achieved something like it, which will stimulate your wanting. You will take more notice of aspects of it in many different directions. You will find yourself thinking about it and feeling excited about it often. and you will be feeling very good about that which you want. Those will be some of the signs that what you want is on the way. When you understand that the majority of your creative effort is spent in defining what you want and then aligning your thoughts to that desire, you may then realize that the majority of the creative process is taking place on a vibrational level. Therefore, your creation can be nearly complete as much as 99% complete before you see physical evidence of it. So, this is very interesting because you cannot see any evidence till it is 100% complete. And while it is getting completed, also you will not see any evidence of it being completed. So, that is when. Uh, that is when we start becoming frustrated about it's not happening, and then we start intending something else because this is not happening, so let it go and other things should follow. And that is when uh, the intention another intention is set forth, and the subconscious mind gets confused maybe. If you will remember that the positive emotion you are feeling in anticipation of your creation is also evidence of its progress, then you will be able to move steadily and quickly forward toward the outcome you desire. So feel positive emotion all the while. Can I use segment intending to co-create? The better the job you have done in your own segment intending, the more powerful your thoughts will be about your desire. And then your power of influence will be stronger. And so, as you interact with others, it will be easier for them to catch the spirit of your idea. It is also extremely helpful for you to use the segment intending process to evoke the best from others. If you expect them to be unhelpful or unfocused, you will attract that from them. While if you expect them to be brilliant and helpful, you will attract that from them. If you have spent some time bringing your thoughts to a powerful place before your physical meeting, you will have a much more satisfying co creation for yourself and for them. How can I convey my intent more precisely? By thinking about your desired outcome before you enter into the conversation, you will get a momentum going that will help you more clearly convey your meaning. It is also of value to recognize that in this combining of thoughts, ideas, and experience together, you have the potential of creating something even greater than you could create on your own. So, preparing your positive expectation of their contribution will put you in a position of rendezvous with their clarity, power, and value. In this good feeling alignment, your mind will be clear. You will evoke clarity from the other, and together you will have a wonderful co creation. What if a person doesn't want to upset others, or hurt their feelings, or anger them when the subject of the interaction might be a controversial thing? In other words, if you interacting with someone who has some conflicting desire, and yet you can see there could be some mutually beneficial goals and could be achieved if a potential controversy could be avoided. How can a situation like that work out for all persons involved? By intending as you moving into the segment to focus upon those things that you do have in common, to focus upon your points of harmony, to give very little attention to what you are not agreeing upon, and to give your great attention to the things you do agree on. That is the resolution in all relationships. The trouble with most relationship is that you pick out the one little thing that you do not like and then give that most of your attention. And then by the law of attraction, you solicit more of what you do not want. Can one have prosperity without working for it? By considering the intentions separately, if they want prosperity, but it is their belief that prosperity comes only through working, then they will not be able to have prosperity because they do not want to do the only thing that they believe will bring it forth. But as they consider prosperity singularly, then by not coupling it with the work that they are registering, they will be able to attract prosperity. You have come upon something very important. It is what we call conflicting intentions or conflicting beliefs. The solution is simply a matter of taking your eye off what is conflicting and putting it upon the essence of what you want. If you want prosperity and you believe that it requires hard work and you are willing to offer the hard work, there is no contradiction and you will achieve a level of prosperity. If you want prosperity and you believe that it requires hard work and you are averse to hard work, there is a contradiction in your thinking. And you will not only have a difficult time offering the action, but any action you offer will not be productive. If you want prosperity and you believe that you deserve it and you expect it to come to you just because you want it to, there is no contradiction in your thinking and the prosperity will flow. Pay attention to how you are feeling as you are offering your thoughts so you can sort out the contradictory thoughts. And as you eliminate the contradictions regarding anything that you desire, it must come to you. The law of attraction must bring it. When the job offers rained, they poured. The reason why the job was so long in coming was because rather than focusing upon what they wanted, which was the job, they were focusing upon the lack of the job, pushing it away. Once they broke through and received a job, then the focus was no longer on the lack of it. The focus was on what was wanted. So now they began receiving more of what had been prepared. In your example, the desire grew stronger even though the belief was weak. So, in time, the law of attraction yielded what this person was feeling the strongest. Here, something is very important. Sometimes our belief is very, very weak, but the desire is very strong. So, in those moments, also, the mind gets into contradiction. But desire has to be very, very important and it has to be very strong. And if the desire is strong, mm, so this gives me a lot of goosebumps because many a times I don't believe that it will be possible for me, but the desire to, like, say, $1 billion enterprise is something which is beyond even my reality. It is not the 1/10 of that, or even 1/100th of that is not right now in my reality. But the desire and the why I want that is very clear. And so there is a green aspect of whatever I'm thinking is there. So here is the clue. If your beliefs are not that strong, that also doesn't matter because your desires are very strong. They torture themselves unnecessarily, however, by not taking the time to clean up their thoughts. So the thoughts needs to be cleared up when the belief is going very weak. Why are adoptions often followed by pregnancies? It is the same story indeed. Where does competition fit into intentions pictures? From our perspective, in this vast universe in which we are all creating, there truly is no competition, for there is enough abundance on all subjects to satisfy all of us. You put yourselves in a position of competition by saying that there is only one prize, and that can bring forth a little discomfort, for you want to win, you do not want to lose. But often the attention is upon uh, losing rather than on winning. When you put yourself in the position of competition, the one who wins is always the one who is clearest about his wanting and most expectant of it. It is law. If there is any value in competition, it is this: it stimulates desire. So your desire, the most wanting desire. So why do you want, or do you not? So when we complain that the this promotion didn't happen to me and it went to somebody else, that other person was wanting it more than anybody else. So if somebody was in competition with me and he won the promotion rather than me, then he wanted the promotion more than me. What I wanted then? Did I want the promotion, or did I want the recognition, the way forward to make that $1 billion? So it is much more than the promotion that I wanted. So here I get the clarity that when I wanted the $1 billion, other people didn't have the guts to dream like that. At the same time, when I was not getting that promotion, I was thinking what? I was thinking like I lost it. So here is what I want. I want prosperity for many people. I should be able to support the innovation for any number of people. For that, I need unlimited money. It has nothing to do with my own personal comfort, because my own personal comfort, no matter, even if it gets paid, all gets paid, it will not amount to few crores. So why do I want $1 billion then? It is because uh, I have a dream. I have a dream to create global cooling, calming, and greening. And it requires lot of effort, lot of investment, and this investment should go to people who do not have this um, who have to create abundance, who have to create greenery, and get over this idea of carbon footprinting so as to survive and become better. So it should go to those people. That is why I want my money. Would strengthening my willpower be an advantage? Utilizing the process of segment intending certainly could accomplish that. But it is not so much a strengthening of the will as it is thinking thoughts that the law of attraction then adds to willpower can mean determination. And determination can mean deliberately thinking. But all of that sounds like harder work than is really required. Simply give thought to what is preferred consistently throughout the day, and the law of attraction will take care of everything else. So, why do most beings stop experiencing growth? So, this is a very important question. Why people are stuck? And after a while, why they don't grow? So it is not so much that they have had all of the experiences that they are going to have. It is that they are no longer attracting new experiences. In the new experience, there is excitement and more desire, but many of them are no longer deliberately setting forth their desire. They are more or less resigned to what is. Giving attention to what is only attract more of what is, while giving attention to what is wanted attracts change. And so there is a sort of complacency that comes about simply because the laws are not understood. Most people stop deliberately reaching for expansion because they have not understood the laws of the universe, and so they have been unintentionally offering contradictory thoughts, resulting in not getting what they want. When your belief of what you can accomplish contradicts your desire of what you would like to accomplish, even hard work does not yield good results. and over time you just get tired. Coming into conscious awareness of the laws of the universe, and then beginning to gently guide your own thoughts to that which you prefer will begin to produce positive results immediately. So let us say that a person has reached a particular point in life where they find themselves in what I would call a downward or a negative spiral. How could they use segment intending to start the spiral moving back up again? Your, your now is powerful. In fact, all your power is right here, right now. So if you will focus upon where you are right now and stop to think about what you most want from this segment only, you will find clarity. You cannot right now sort out everything that you want about every subject, but you can right now define what you prefer from here. And as you do that, segment after segment, you will find a newfound clarity and your downward spiral will turn upward. How do we avoid influence from old beliefs and habits? I am powerful in my now. We are now encouraging a discarding of old ideas. For in trying to get rid of them, you actually only think about them more. And some of your old ideas are worth keeping. Just be more aware of how you are directing your thoughts and make a decision that you want to feel good. Today, no matter where I am going, no matter what I am doing, it is my downward intent to see that which I want to see. Nothing is more important than that I feel good. So, if people are witnessing the negative feeling broadcast through the media or even listening to the problems that they might hear presented by their friends, how could they keep that negativity from offering them, upsetting them? By setting forth the intent in every segment of their life experience to see that which they want to see. And then even from the most negative presentations, they could see something that they do want. Is it ever okay to state what isn't wanted? Stating what you do not want can sometimes bring you to a clearer picture of what you do want. But it is good to quickly get off the subject. Sorry about that. It is such a crucial part of the chapter wherein it was saying that when you do not want something, um, do not think about it either. So if you something the clarity of course is brought about when you think about something you do not want, then you know that these are the things you do not want, so you now know what you want. So rather than describing what you do not want, you can be more elaborate on what you want. So be detailed about that. The more detail you bring it about, like say, it becomes easier for the mind to bring in that reality to you immediately. That is what I have felt. Supposing we design our tomorrow. So when we design our tomorrow, there are few things we try to outline, describe, and the outcome also outline. So what happens is we do not, of course, much expect. from whatever we are thinking about tomorrow and all that is happening. But still, when we suppose we don't believe that such a thing will happen, but still we think that this should happen, then it happens, you know. It happens so many times when I think about the attitude of my boss. That is when I create the most. I always get the intention of my boss to be right, even though there was some negativity happening around. So I cannot control those negativity because no, those are unintended. Not I am not responsible. I of course don't blame others because the perception thing, perception game gets played, you know. And when that happens, nobody can help. Perception is somebody else. Somebody might be interpreting your expression in a very different form. So let us go to the next page. Is there any value in researching our negative thoughts? There can be value in it for this reason. What is most important when you recognize that you are thinking a negative thought is to in whatever way you can stop thinking the negative thought. If there is a belief within you that is very powerful, then you may find that this negative thought will come up again and again and again. And so you continually have to divert your thought from that negative thought only onto something else. In that case, it is of value to recognize the troublesome thought and modify it by applying a new perspective to it. In other words, mold the conflicting belief into one that is not so conflicting, and then it will not keep coming up and haunting you. What about when others don't consider my desires realistic? If there is someone who knows what we want to accomplish and it is something really far beyond the average, and this person tells us that our desires are not realistic, how can we avoid being influenced by that? It is very important. So many times people say, no, people have laughed at my dreams also becoming very impossible. So here it is. You can avoid others' influence by having given thought even before your interaction with them to what is important to you. Segment intending will be of great value here. As others insist that you look at reality, they are influencing you to be rooted to this spot like a tree. As long as you are seeing only what is, you cannot grow beyond it. You must be allowed to see what you want to see if you will ever attract what you want to see. Attention to what is only created more of what is. How is it possible to have it all in 60 days? First, you must recognize that everything that you are now living in a result of thoughts that have been offered by you in the past. Those thoughts have literally invited or set up the circumstances that you are now living. And so today, as you begin setting forth your thought of your future and seeing yourself as you want to be, you begin the alignment of those future events and circumstances that will place you. As you give thought to your future that may be 10 years, your future that may be 5 years, or your future that may be 60 days away, you literally begin pre-paving. And then, as you move into those prepared moments, and as the future becomes your present, you fine tune it by saying, this is what I now want. And all of those thoughts that you have put forth about your future, right down to this moment, when you are now intending what action you want to take, will all fit together to bring you precisely that which you now want to live. And so it is a simple process of recognizing day by day that there are many segments. And as you are entering into a new segment, you need to stop and Identify what is most important to you, so that by the law of attraction, you may attract that onto you for your consideration. The more thought you give to something, that the clearer you become. The clearer you become, the more positive emotion you feel, and the more power you attract. And so, this business of segment intending is the key to swift and deliberate creation. We have enjoyed interacting with you very much on this most important subject. There is no great love here for you. There is great love here for you. Now you understand. Now that you understand the rules, so to speak, of this marvelous game of eternal life that you are playing, you are now destined to have a wonderful experience. For now, you are in creative control of your own physical experience. Now that you understand the powerful law of attraction, you will no longer misunderstand how it is that things are happening to you, or so, or to any other you may be observing. And as you practice and become proficient at directing your own thoughts toward those things that you desire, your understanding of the science of deliberate creation will take you anywhere you decide to go. Segment by segment, you will prepare your life experience, sending powerful thoughts into your future to make it ready for your joyful arrival. And by paying attention to that way you feel, you will learn to guide your thoughts into alignment with your inner being and who you really are. As you become the allower, or you will born to be destined to a life of fulfillment and never-ending joy. We have enjoyed this interaction immensely. So this is all about the law of attraction and a tool with which one can resourcefully influence. So if you have liked this, then you can comment in the uh, comment below of this video, and um, that will and if you have utilized it in some way in your life, then it will be a great experiment to compile. So I'll be waiting for all of your comments, and we can make use of this. This is a huge thing. It doesn't cost any money, right? And we can take our life forward. Thank you.